Hello, it's Professor Lumen again, and if you're not sick of me, you will be soon. In this video, we're going to start talking about variables, which is the first concept of programming that we're going to discuss this semester. So, what are variables? Well, simply enough, they're just containers for stuff. And in this video, I'm going to use numbers as the value for what we're going to set our variables as, but they really can contain more than just that, but numbers are simple enough. For example, if I told you how many coffees I actually drank today, it might look something like this. You notice I give it a name, coffees. It really could be anything you want it to be. It's what I'll call arbitrary. It's whatever you really decide it is. But then I use this equal sign and I set it equal to a value. Now, this isn't math class. The equal sign does not necessarily mean equals. In fact, in order to differentiate it from a mathematical construct, I'm going to use a different terminology. So the equals we call the assignment operator. And when we read the statement, we're really reading it, coffees gets 5. 5 is a lot of coffees. So the variable, coffees, has a value of 5. It stores the value of 5 in memory. You might know the memory to be RAM, but it stores the value in memory. And your program, if a program does anything at all, a program really just manipulates all of those values in order to keep track of them. So as we're going to see with variables, all we're really doing is keeping track of them. Now, as this isn't math class, if I were to write something like this, it might not make any sense to you. It looks like the same statement. In fact, it looks like they contradict each other. But actually, let's just really quickly think about what a program could be. So for some of you, you have an idea of this. For others of you, you may not. But a program is essentially just a list of instructions. And as a list of instructions, if we read these two lines together, we read them as coffees gets 4, coffees gets 5. In order, those two instructions make complete sense in programming. In fact, all they're really doing is just recontextualizing the value of the container that we call coffees. Now, you might look at this and think that's pretty basic functionality. That doesn't really appear to be so powerful, but actually it's kind of everything. In terms of programming, it's really one of the foundational principles that we're going to talk about this semester, because you're able to store values and kind of put a pin in them and put them on the bulletin board and take them down and change them whenever you need them. For example, if I drink another coffee, my program is now coffees gets 4. Well, then I drink another coffees gets 5. And finally, coffees gets 6. That's a lot of coffee. No wonder I'm up so late at night. Huh. All right, so I'll give you that this use of variables is pretty basic. But as we'll see in a couple future videos, there are a lot of things that you can do with them that allow you to, again, really leverage the ability to store things, keep them, set them and forget it, and use them later in a program. And we'll get to a couple of those this week.